welcome to Verified.T episode 1. Today's episode, we are going to cover 5 to 6 topics, and I hope y'all enjoy this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Today's topics we are going to get into, because y'all know I'm a note person, we're going to get into Hailey Bieber. Her brand actually is now a $1 million brand, so kudos to her. 2 is Elon Musk. He leaves the Donald Trump administration, y'all. They are now divorced. This is crazy. We're going to get into that. 3 is a nurse. She got fired for doing her med pass online. 4 is a woman got arrested on a plane for getting into it with a child and actually beating the child. And 5 is Amber Rose speaks for the freedom of Tory Lanez. So y'all, let's get into the tea. First topic we will be getting into today is Hailey Bieber. Congratulations are in order for her because her beauty brand is now a $1 billion brand. If y'all don't know Hailey Bieber, she is the wife to the one and only Justin Bieber, obviously because of the last name. So this is Hailey. Last Wednesday, Hailey Bieber, her beauty brand Rhodes, actually sold to the other brand called e.l.f. And so Rhodes actually, let's get into the history of that. It was founded in the year 2022, so it's been around for quite a while now. 2022 to 2023, that's almost almost 4 to 5 years. So congratulations are in order to her. It also was announced that Rhodes Beauty, they will now be in Sephora, Ulta, and stuff like that. So congratulations are in order for our girl Hailey Bieber. Next topic is Elon Musk leaves the Donald Trump administration, y'all. Let's get into that. This is Elon Musk, right? And so it was announced last week that he will be leaving the Donald Trump administration. I'm actually very shocked about this, y'all. Comment down below, how do y'all feel about Elon Musk leaving? Like, I would never ever think that he would leave the administration. This came like all of a sudden. This was like announced like in the night that he was leaving. He said that the real reason why he left is because I heard that him and Trump's people are not seeing eye to eye. And he actually wrote something on Twitter today about Trump, something very, very shady. So let's take a look at what he said. And so Donald Trump, he hasn't said anything so far about Elon leaving. But Elon Musk, he definitely left. He was like, when all the campaigning stuff happened, he actually had a room at the White House. Like, he funded Trump's campaign. So this divorce really, really came as a shock to me because, you know, sometimes you don't know how people really act like behind the scenes. I just thought, you know, they were closer. I knew the divorce was coming, but I didn't know it was going to come so quick, you know. So I guess a lot of people have problems with him over there. And then some stuff about his personal life came out, about his baby mamas and stuff like that. So it's a whole lot going on with Mr. Elon Musk. But he did leave the Donald Trump administration. Comment down below, how do y'all feel about him leaving the administration? Did y'all think it was going to happen so quick? How do y'all feel about, you know, Elon Musk leaving? Okay, so next, the third topic is a nurse. She got fired for doing her med pass on live on social media. So a clip was going around on social media of a nurse. She was doing her med pass online, which is a test to become a nurse, right? And so she was doing that online, but that is violating the Hippocratic, you know, it's in the works. Like, you're not supposed to do your test. So when she was on live, a lot of people were like, girl, like, you know, you're not supposed to be doing this. Like, you can get in a lot of trouble. And so she was like telling everybody that, you know, it's not that serious. She knows what she's doing. Relax. It's not that deep. Mind you, after I guess the clip went viral, and people from the nurse, you know, head of the nurse stuff, they ended up seeing it and firing her from this, right? So this was like a big thing. And so she went back on social media and she had, you know, a little bit to say. She says, everyone makes mistakes. Like, she's good. So I'll let y'all take a look.
That's the only thing that I can do. Okay, so y'all just relax. Oh my God, why do y'all keep doing that? I'll lose my license if I'm showing patient information. I'm not showing any patient information, so just relax. Just relax. If y'all see some patient information, then just holla. But I'm not showing nothing. I'm just at work, so just chill. Sit back, you know, relax. Damn. Y'all be taking the fun out of everything. God damn. Just chill. And nobody's mad. That's the thing. Who's mad? I'm just telling y'all to relax, chill. You're not seeing any patient information. You're not seeing nothing. So just relax. Y'all be doing the absolute most. Obviously, this is the first time y'all been on here because I go live. This ain't the first time that y'all be just doing the most. This is not sanitary, but I'm gonna do that. I'm old enough, I'm grown enough to know that I did something I wasn't supposed to be doing, and I have to deal with whatever comes after that. And whatever comes after that is not for me to tell y'all. It's not for me to broadcast to the world. And if I got fired, I wouldn't tell you. And if I didn't get fired, I still wouldn't tell you. So, yeah. I've had some people genuinely come to me and give me some great advice how to move forward from here. And I've had people in my inbox sending me death threats. So at this point, it's just, if you find anything out about me, you find something out about me. But it won't be coming from me to validate or to deny anything. I was going live from my house before. Like, what do you mean?
We will be getting into is topic 4. A woman, she got arrested for hitting a child on a plane because the child called her Miss Piggy. No, a couple days ago, it was Memorial Day, and people were having fun on boats, living life on planes. Well, this lady, her name is Christy Campton. She is 46 years old, and she was on a plane from Disney World. And they didn't say who Christy was with, but she ended up getting into a physical altercation with a child. Like a literal child. She ended up, you know, getting into it with the child. So let's get into this tea. So she was on the plane, and I guess the little boy, he ended up calling her fat, and he ended up calling her Miss Piggy. And so she, you know, felt some type of way about that, and things started to get very, very, very violent on the plane. First and foremost, this is Christy's mugshot. And so the little boy called her Miss Piggy. He called her fat, right? And so she obviously felt some type of way about the child's comments, and she tried taking his phone away. She tried, she tried talking to him, but obviously it was not working. So she ended up physically slapping the child in the face and hitting him. And witnesses say that, she actually was not trying to teach the kid, like tell the kid what to do, but like she was actually like whipping the S out of the child. Okay, so I'll let y'all take a look at the news clip.
Frampton was set to be back home from her family's Disney World vacation. Instead, she made her first appearance in front of a Seminole County judge Tuesday, charged with felony child abuse. Allegiant Flight 2885 to Hagerstown, Maryland was set to take off from Orlando Sanford International Airport just before 2 p.m. Monday. But according to this arrest report, Crampton and witnesses on the plane tell police the child called Crampton fat and Miss Piggy, telling her she couldn't fit in the airplane seat. That's when witnesses say Crampton began hitting the child with her fist and then hit him on the head with a water bottle. Then the report says she slammed the child's head into the airplane window. The child used his arms to cover his head. Airport police haven't said how old the child is, but Crampton told police the child was very rude and disrespectful during their trip to Disney, and that after the child called her fat, she took his phone away. She claims he then pushed her arm off the armrest twice, and that's when she began smacking him. But police and witnesses say she went beyond typical disciplinary actions. One witness saying the woman was not correcting the child, she was abusing him.
Also said that they do not know the relation that this woman has to this child. There was no mention of his parents in the news clip or the article or anything like that. And so they were just like, she did get arrested. She went to jail, but she did bail out of jail. So she's out now. And there's nothing else to the story, y'all. What are y'all thoughts on that? You know, obviously, if you hit a kid, you're going to go to jail. Like, if, ands, or buts about it, right? But I wonder what his relation, what is their relation? I wonder if it was just a random baby, well, not a baby, because a kid is 10, you know, he's a child. So I wonder what their relationship was. That would be crazy. That is crazy if they are related and that does happen. But if that's just some random kid that she's hitting, oh, she is super duper wild for that. And then number 5, the last topic that we have for today's episode is Amber Rose speaks for the freedom of Tory Lanez. As we all know, back in if y'all don't know, I'm gonna spill the tea for y'all. So back in the year 2020, Tory Lanez, he ended up pew-pewing Megan Thee Stallion. I cannot say, a lot of people are like, why don't you just say the word? I can't because I'll get flagged. Pew-pewing is, shooting. Yeah. Y'all see what I'm trying to say? And so allegedly he ended up, pew-pewing Megan Thee Stallion, right? And so there was this whole, because also her ex-best friend Kelsey, she was also there too. So people were like, it's a big thing still in 2025, even though they went through their trial, they went, phone calls got released, they went to the trial, Tory, he got actually sentenced to 10 years behind this whole situation. And so a lot of people are like, they don't believe Megan, they believe Tory. So now on social media, if y'all look this story up, it's like a Megan versus Tory, situation, unfortunately. And so people believe that Tory did it. People believe that he didn't do it. People believe that the best friend Kelsey, she actually did it. And so unfortunately, so that's a whole lot. So last week or the week before that, unfortunately, Tory Lanez, he ended up getting stabbed in the prison he was staying at. He got attacked. He got stabbed 14 times, unfortunately. And he got stabbed in the head, in the back, in the leg. They, what is that? His guts, like, he was just, they really got Tory Lanez. And so now his dad and his new legal team, they spoke out and they're saying that they want Tory Lanez free. There's a petition online that a lot of celebrities are posting for the freedom of Tory Lanez, and people are actually signing that petition to get Tory out of prison. To make this story short, Amber Rose, if y'all don't know Amber, on the news, and she was saying that Tory Lanez should be free. She's saying that whatever people are accusing him of is totally not true. She knows Tory Lanez personally. They talked, and she said that when he gets out, he can tell his side, but she's very confident that he is in prison for something he did not do. So I'll let y'all take a look.
What do you want people to know about why you are advocating for Tory Lanez?
I'm advocating for Tory Lanez because the evidence shows that he's innocent, and he deserves to be pardoned by Governor Gavin Newsom. You know, he's 100% exonerated from the gun, and for that alone, he should be home with his family.
Well, the DNA showed that it could have been any of 4 people, but he sent the text apologizing, and Megan Thee Stallion and her friend Kelsey there that night said it was him. What do you do with that?
Well, I heard the whole story from Tory's mouth. He called me personally from prison, and I now understand why he said sorry, and it's not for any shooting at all. So I'll let him tell that story when he comes home, but the sorry was not for what people think it was for.
What are y'all thoughts on that? About what, Amber said and about this whole Tory Lanez and Megan situation. This situation, I personally feel like it's a whole lot. And unfortunately, this happened in 2020. So it's almost been 5 to 6 years and people are still, online feeling like Tory, didn't do it. People feel like Megan is lying. People feel like, Kelsey really did it. And then the bodyguard actually that was supposed to testify in court, he did not show up he was supposed to go to court when everything was happening, but all of a sudden now he's showing up and he's saying that Kelsey's the one that actually did it. So it seems like every other day it's like a new thing, but they are trying to get Tory free right now, and they're asking the governor of California actually to free Tory, but he hasn't said anything yet. But he could come home. We really don't know what could happen in an hour, tomorrow, the next day, or the next day, y'all. But what are y'all thoughts on Amber Rose, speaking for the freedom of her friend, Tory Lanez? So that is today's topic. There's a whole lot of going on, y'all. Every single day I'm going to, do these Verified.T episodes because there's always something going on in the industry. So comment down below. What are y'all's thoughts on today's first episode? What are y'all thoughts on the stories that we talked about today? And I will see y'all in episode 2. Comment down below. I'll put all of my other social medias below this one, y'all. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to Verified.T.